With the release of Fallout 4, people have had time to explore, shoot, and loot throughout the wasteland. But there are many oddities that await you throughout the Commonwealth, and many ways to go about your adventures as the Wanderer. Welcome to Fallout 4 Character Builds. The scream of the crowd, the golden belt, the world title. These are what the wrestlers aspired to achieve. To one day rise above the rest in a blood sport that pitted man against man, or women, into one arena with nothing but their pile drivers, throws, grapples, and bare hands. At least, that is what you want, as the world hasn't seen a wrestling tournament since the bombs fell. But, proving you're the best hand-to-hand fighter around isn't out of reach. All of the Commonwealth is your ring, and you, its main star.
His name is Johnston!
Wait, no. This isn't a video about you. You've had your time. Codsworth! Who let him out the cage? Codsworth! Anyway, now you can't walk out into the ring expecting to be the cream of the crop without a few basics first. Let's go over some of the skills you need to make this unarmed build work. It goes without saying that strength is going to be your main stat for this build to work, so investing as much strength as you can at the start of the game to optimize your unarmed combat from the beginning is crucial. Then followed up by endurance as your next primary stat to withstand most of the incoming fire you're going to receive from trying to run close to an enemy. You can go with a full 10 strength at the start of the game if you sacrifice some points from charisma, intelligence, and agility. Charisma isn't really optimal for this character build unless for RP purposes. Most of the time you'll want to go up and show them your moves rather than talk them down sweetly. Intelligence won't benefit you at all for a melee build, only if you ever wanted the Nerd Rage perk. But you have to invest so many points down the intelligence tree to acquire it, you would be wasting points that are better spent elsewhere. Now intelligence does affect the amount of XP you receive, however there's a small perk to help counteract some of the low intellect you have that we'll talk about in a bit. Now agility does give you more action points for use with VATS. However, most of the beneficial perks related to agility are in sneaking. Don't spend too many points in this, but enough if you want to go VATS crazy in most fights for critical cinematic strikes. The idea of this build is an upfront fighter, not a stealthy rogue. That's a different character build. Luck doesn't require too many points either for this build to work. However, if you're worried about the slightly less XP gain from the low intellect, invest at least 5 points for a perk we will talk about later. Iron Fist. This is probably where you want to spend your first point. Then max this perk. This has the benefit of a 20% more damage with punching attacks, as well as later on in the tree you have the additional effects with your unarmed combat, a chance to cripple opponent's limbs, or paralyzing an opponent with criticals from VATS. The next mandatory perk in the strength tree is Rooted. This gives you a damage resistance bonus and a flat damage bonus for standing still while in melee combat, as well as higher levels giving you the ability to disarm enemies that use melee weapons against you. This might affect some preference of playstyle for those that like to move around a lot, but most of the time in melee range you're going to be toe-to-toe dealing blows with minimal movement. This adds a nice buff for when you're not strafing around like a madman. Now endurance related perks is where most of your points are going to be invested for an unarmed build. Toughness. Toughness is going to be one of those perks you want to max. Invest points into this perk when you can and immediately when it's available. This will provide you with a natural damage resistance instantly without having to worry so much about armor. Life Giver. It goes without saying that HP is important. The more you have, the better. So an instant increase in some of your overall health is a good thing indeed. Combine this with the fact that you already would have a fairly large health pool from your endurance points. This is a nice bonus. Chem Resistant. This is one of those maybe not, maybe perks. The benefit of this is almost too good to pass up, however. I mean, what sport hasn't had its controversy of athletes using drugs? So whether it's for aesthetic or sure gameplay benefit, being able to pump as much psycho and buff out as you want in the middle of combat without the worry of addiction is too much of a good thing. Adamantium Skeleton. Limb damage can be a pain, especially if you don't notice a landmine or the enemy is very explosive heavy. Walking around with crippled limbs can be a nightmare in the middle of combat. It wastes stims and slows down your movement along with other side effects. So this perk can eliminate the worry for all that to keep you in the fight longer. Solar powered. As if born of Krypton, you can absorb the rays of Earth's yellow sun to gain a +2 strength and endurance bonus during the day, as well as further upgrades allowing you to slowly regenerate lost health and radiation damage. Plus feeling like Superman is always a great thing. Luck offers a few perks you might want to look into. With only a luck of 3, you can acquire the Bloody Mess perk, because there's nothing more satisfying than punching a raider to death only to have them explode into a meaty pile of goo. At max rank, others surrounding the unfortunate soul can suffer the same gooey death. Oh, and in combat it gives you a damage bonus, which is nice too. Your final perk option is Idiot Savant in the luck tree. It allows you to make up some of that lost experience from your low intelligence. Randomly getting experience from doing your average things in the wasteland is quite nice, as well as getting a 3x XP bonus for kills for a short time. This can rack up some nice bonus XP at the end of the day. If any leftover points, spend them how you wish. Maybe more rad resistance, or maybe you want to upgrade your punching weapons if you're using them through blacksmith. A viable option would be to spend points into armor, because you want to have as much damage resistance as possible in what you're wearing. Finally, there are a few things to add to your overall unarmed madness. Collecting all 10 issues of Grognak the Barbarian, these magazines offer you an increase in critical hit damage by +5%, up to a total of +50 for collecting all magazines. Finally, finding the corresponding strength bobblehead and melee bobblehead will only add to your build. And of course, your build wouldn't be complete without the Grognak the Barbarian outfit, giving you a +2 on your overall strength, as well as an increase to melee damage. It's a must-wear. Not only does it add to your overall look of a wrestler, but you can equip arm and leg pieces atop the Grognak outfit for more damage resistance. Here are a few last-minute tips when playing melee. First and foremost, your power attacks are key when in unarmed combat. Getting an enemy to low health and executing a power attack, left alt on the keyboard, right bumper or R1 on the controller, will initiate awesome finishing moves. Time your counters. Pressing block just before an enemy attacks you with melee will cause them to stagger back. Hit the power attack immediately after for a counterattack. And when in doubt, VATS it out. VATS can be a quick way to close a very small distance to melee range. VATS instantly to an enemy that's a few feet away, but it can save your life in certain situations, as well as having the benefit of the critical meter. And there you have it for your pro wrestler build. Enjoy your time in the wasteland, and I hope this Damn it, Codsworth. Fine! Fine! Codsworth! Hit the switch! And that has been your Fallout 4 character build for the Pro Wrestler. If you would like to see more Fallout 4 content and Fallout 4 character builds, go ahead and head to my channel, hit subscribe. That'd be great, greatly appreciated. Thank you for tuning in and watching this video. As much effort as I put into it and the lame jokes, I hope you enjoyed them. Please leave a thumbs up button if you did enjoy it, and comment down below on any future possible build videos that you might have in mind or suggestions for me in the future. It could be themed around anything, any quirky idea or anything. Next week is a special little surprise, and I'll leave a teaser at the end of this. It's pretty obvious if you can guess it. But yeah, if you want to see more content by me, go ahead and hit up my channel, hit subscribe, follow me on Twitch and Twitter. Those are the easiest way to see me when I'm live streaming and when I update new videos, and stuff like that. So yeah, this has been yours in Sensation. I'll see you guys later. Peace.